I was in the kitchen when her text lit up my phone. One line, cocky and way too familiar: apologize and I'll be your wife again. No hello, no shame, no mention of the 3 months she'd spent back in her ex's bed, his arms, his lies. I didn't answer. My silence was the only apology she was ever getting from me. I flipped the phone face down on the counter. My heart didn't race anymore. Just a dull thump, like pressing on a bruise that stopped hurting weeks ago. 3 months earlier, the wound had been wide open. Back then I still thought we were unbreakable, that we could survive anything. She used to smile at me across candlelit tables, kiss me slow before sleep, whisper promises in the dark, the kind that crack your ribs and let someone move in permanently. But nobody accidentally falls back into an ex. They dive headfirst. The night she left, she said she needed space. She packed fast, eyes dry, hands steady. People who regret leaving shake. She didn't. She walked out without a backward glance. I stood in the hallway staring at the closed door while something inside my chest cinched tighter and tighter. I didn't cry then. Not until I found the messages. Her phone used to stay on silent at night. She hated the noise, she said. But she forgot that night. A buzz woke me. Half asleep, I saw another man's name flash on the screen. I scrolled. Months of texts. Late-night confessions. Plans to finally be together, for real this time. She'd already checked out long before she zipped that suitcase. That night something broke, but it wasn't love or hope. It was trust. And I don't fall apart when trust dies. I get quiet. I get surgical. Her best friends, Mina and Zoe, had always hated the guy. Over coffee they'd told me how he cheated, how he used her, how she kept running back anyway. They called me the safe one, the good one, the guy who'd finally fix her. They were half right. I wasn't going to fix her. I was going to let her crash. A week after she left, I met Mina and Zoe and laid everything out, the messages, the calls, the timeline. Their faces went from stunned to furious to something colder: purpose. Female friendships aren't neutral. They protect or they punish. Sometimes both. They started feeding people the truth, slow and steady. His new job offer quietly fell apart. Her social circle got the real story, piece by piece. Rumors that sounded too specific to be lies spread like frost. I stayed off the radar and handled the money. We weren't legally married, but we were tangled: joint lease, shared accounts, a car in both names. I froze what I could, rerouted payments, filed claims. Her name turned to dead weight in every system that didn't give a damn about feelings. She texted. She called. She begged. I never replied. 3 months later she cracked. That morning a cab pulled into the driveway. I watched from the window, hair a mess, eyes puffy, hands trembling around her phone. She marched up and pounded on the door like she still belonged here. I didn't answer it. Mina did. Zoe stepped out right behind her. My ex froze in the doorway. You too? She whispered, voice cracking. Mina leaned against the frame, calm as winter. We told him everything. Zoe tucked a strand of hair behind her ear, slow and deliberate. Sit down. This isn't a scene. My ex tried to push past. Zoe caught her wrist, not rough, just final. The kind of grip that says the conversation is over before it starts. I walked into the living room and waited. She followed like she was stepping onto cracking ice. What is this? She demanded. Why are they here? I looked at her, perfectly still. You said apologize and you'd come back. I decided to upgrade instead. I nodded toward Mina and Zoe. Mina slid a thick folder across the coffee table: bank records, lease transfers, printed screenshots of her own words. Zoe set down a second folder: sworn statements from mutual friends, timelines, more messages. Everything neat, airtight, undeniable. Her hands shook as she opened them. You kept all this? No, I said. You wrote it. I just paid attention. She looked from me to her former best friends, hunting for mercy that wasn't there. Mina leaned in. You left him. Then you tried to crawl back when the guy you picked first screwed you over again. We're just making sure you don't get to rewrite history. Zoe added, soft and lethal, you don't get to use him as your backup plan. I stood, walked to the door, and opened it. You're not here for forgiveness. You're here because he burned you the same way he always does. She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. I thought there'd be screaming, tears, bargaining. There wasn't. Just the quiet moment when someone finally sees the game ended months ago and they weren't even a player anymore. She stepped back, then again, out into the cold. I closed the door. That night the house was silent. The ache was still there, but it wasn't sharp. It was a scar, flat, pale, finished. People think revenge is loud, a fire you set and watch roar. They're wrong. Real revenge is ice, slow, silent, and heavy enough to crush whatever's underneath while barely moving. I didn't have to destroy her. I just removed the blindfold and let her look at herself. That was plenty.